Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm very excited. We are doing a Will I Buy It Chanel exclusive. Listen, we are on the precipice of a dozen or so new products launching from Chanel literally within a few days. So I thought, let's sit down, let's evaluate everything and see what's actually worth spending our money on. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or a hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. All right, all of the accounts, the blogs that I'm using, they're all listed down below. Now, I was told that all of this, most of this will be available May 1st here in Montreal at Holt Renfrew. Literally in a day or two, I should be able to go to the counter and swatch everything. But until then, let's just go ahead and dive into the first category here, which are the eyeshadows. So first up, I'm on a Meet Beauty Talk on Instagram. So this is just a photo here of the new Ombre Essentiel. So these single eyeshadows have existed before. They have reformulated them. So the original price here in Canada is 48 Canadian plus tax. Let's see next week how much these are. Hopefully, I hope that they're the same price. $1, $2 more, not 10, because I know what Dior did last week with a $10 increase. But here we have just a big overview shot here. So there's going to be satin and matte, and I think also metallic. So satin, matte, and metallic. A couple of them will be reformulations of original shades, and then the rest are just going to be brand new colors. Moving over to Maquia magazine, they also have photos here of the single eyeshadows. We just have a big overview here. So here you can see a closer shot and you can see a little bit of the texture difference. Some of these look more matte, some look more satin, some look more metallic. And they've also done these interesting clusters. So the first one here, I think that one looks nice. These all just look neutral. I'm not sure exactly which one is which, but these just look like neutral everyday colors, very easy to wear. We have these ones here. These three, I think they must be metallic. They just look more shiny. They seem to have more brilliance in the photo. And then here we have swatches here of the numbers. So if you can remember which number was which, you can maybe connect them. Again, the middle column here is standing out to me. I feel like the first three look really nice. The first three look a little bit lighter, a little bit cooler. The last one, in the last shade in the center, looks a little bit warmer, more like a bronze antique-y color. Like, I think the middle column is going to be super easy to wear, very pretty. I'm really drawn to the last column, the top green. I love color, I love fun color, something about that slight mossy shade, mint. Now I do find that these swatches, some of them look more sheer than others. It could just be a question of taste. Some people don't like to wear bold makeup, so when they do swatches, they go very light. But it seems as though that green is going to have a little bit of pearlescence. And let's go back to the first column here. I don't know, like, I'm not a fan of red eyeshadow, and I do see a lot of warm browny reds. That's a huge skip for me. I'm interested in the lilac shade. So that purple lilac is actually matte, which I think could be interesting. I was hoping it'd be more satiny, because when it comes to one and done shades, something more luminous, more metallic, I find is easier for one and done because it looks like you're wearing multiple shades when you're only wearing one. Overall, the eyeshadows for me are a tremendous oui. Of course, it's a oui. However, I'm not going to buy all of them. I'm going to buy a handful. And again, hopefully I can get some swatches soon. I'm just going to switch over here to Voss magazine just to show you again a beautiful compilation of these shades. They do look very pretty. I do like the variation of colors and the matte satin metallic. It's really just going to come down to a question of taste, of finish. And oh, they do have more swatches here. Okay, so here we have a swatch. These must be the metallic ones. I swear the more swatches I see, the more confused I am, but these must be the metallic ones. They just look more shiny. Now, here we have other colors here. It looks like a mixture of satin, matte, and metallic. And here the purple color looks more promising. I'm gonna have to do this myself because every swatch I see just adds more confusion. Then here, honestly, the colors that they picked here looks like it could be a palette. I'm not particularly drawn to the warm reds, but this looks like a palette on its own, doesn't it? And that top 236, I think looks very luminous, looks a little bit taupey, very, very pretty. And something to note is that with this new release, there will also be new mascaras. Part of the Noir Allure, that's the one that you pump and you click and you have the wand mascara there. So there's already black. They're going to add 3 other colors. So one is going to be a beautiful lilac. It's going to be a lilac pastel mauve. I think that with the lilac shade, like the eyeshadow, I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna buy that lilac mascara. I love color. I think it's going to be fun. There are 2 other shades of mascara that is a huge non merci for me. One is Rouge Intense, which is a red orange. You know how I feel about that. And then one is Orange Bruni, so like a bricky orange. This is for someone else, which is fine. Not everything is for me, thankfully, for my wallet. So if you like brick reds, orangey red mascaras, I mean, listen, if you like those hues for eyeshadow, lean into it and get the mascara as well. I'm gonna stick to the lilac, and yeah, the lilac is a oui. So as far as the eye category goes for eyeshadows and mascara, it's a pick and mix, but overall, it's a oui for me. I like the story. You know, sometimes I say oui in that I like the packaging, I like that this is new, I like that they're coming out with more colors. So yes, it's a oui. Could I have seen a blue? Sure, but they're coming out with something purple, lilac, so it's a oui. Moving on to something interesting, and this is through Maquia magazine and also a Meet Beauty Talk. So the next generation of lip care is coming soon. Hydra Beauty Micro Lip Serum. Countless micro bubbles containing the power of white camellia burst and change as your lips with... Wait, what? Change your lips with moisture the moment you apply it. I'm so sorry. I swear I know how to read. So basically, you're going to apply this and then it's going to be a burst of hydration and your lips will be changed for the better. In addition, it has hyaluronic acid. It's supposed to help with lip firmness and moisture. And yeah, this is going to be coming out all the same day. I swear Chanel has become like the color pop of luxury beauty. It's just a lot. I'm really surprised all of this is coming out in the same like 24-hour span. Why not stagger this, you know? I don't understand. Anyway, the Hydra Beauty Micro Serum. I think this could be interesting. Listen, I like fancy things, I like luxury things, but I also really love a Burt's Bees lip balm. So, do I need this? Absolutely not. Will I get this? I really don't know. I think it's going to depend on the price, like how expensive is this? Because I do really like the Hydra Beauty lip balm, the one that comes in a pot. You just twist it up and there's like a thick nourishing lip balm from Hydra Beauty. That one I have really enjoyed. This could be easier to wear because one thing that's annoying about, you know, lip product in a pot is that you kind of have to use it at home because it's kind of unsanitary to be on the go and like stick your finger in there. So with like a micro serum like that that's in the little squeeze tube, you could be more on the go and apply. It's a peut-être, it's a maybe. I'm kind of curious, and I'm sure you're curious as well. So you're like, Ali, just go review it. And I'm like, okay, I'll think about it. It's a peut-être. Continuing with Maquia magazine and continuing with Chanel coming out with items I absolutely do not need, but I am still intrigued by. These are the Chanel Chance Eau Fraîche, and these are les dés de chance. So the dice, of like the chance dice, because chance, any chance perfume bottle, hold on, I have some here. When you take off the cap, it looks like a dice, looks like a die. So you can like play with it and like roll your chance, roll your dice. That's sort of a shtick about the perfume. And so here they have these scented soaps that are in the form of dice. How cute, how like absolutely frivolous and stupid, but I kind of like it at the same time. These are scented soaps. They're going to smell like eau fraiche. Eau fraiche is very nice. It's very zesty, very green, very fresh, very summery. To me, it smells like it smells like lime zest and green, like grass clippings, but in a good way. In a good way. It doesn't smell like terrible. It smells fresh. It smells like a hot day. It smells like, to me, this eau fraiche. When I think of eau fraiche, I have a vision of a woman who plays tennis and who's very active and who's very sporty and who's always outdoors all summer. That's what I think of when I think of eau fraiche. So the fact that they're coming out with this in the summer makes sense. I mean, it doesn't feel like summer, but it's summer season, beauty-wise anyway. So I think that this makes sense. I'm certain that these will be very fragranced. They're probably not for very sensitive skin types, but I'm probably gonna buy it. I'm gonna be very honest with you. And then they're coming out with the eau fraiche in an eau de parfum version. Traditionally, the chance eau fraiche, eau tendre, eau vive are all eau de toilette. You know, controversial take, I don't love the eau de parfum versions of those fragrances. I find that they sort of disrupt the nature of the perfume because they're meant to be light and airy and effervescent. And yeah, I'll try it out. I haven't tried the new eau de parfum version, but I doubt that I'll love it. Or I don't know, I don't know. Like some perfumes, I'm like, oh, this is a heavy winter gourmand perfume. Another one is a light spritz eau de toilette for summer. We'll see. I mean, it's probably not terrible, so we'll see. And it does change a lot, eau de toilette from eau de parfum. So we'll see. But the dice, oui. The perfume, probably a non merci. Speaking of fragrance, we have another one coming out here from the Exclusifs collection. So this is the more niche. It's obviously Chanel is luxury, but it's the even more luxury fragrance series, the Exclusifs de Chanel. This is usually only available at the boutique or online, and they're coming out with a new Comète. So Chanel always, or very often, looks back in their own catalog and looks at their own inspiration to find more inspiration. And this year, you know, you see a lot of inspiration from the Comète jewelry, like the diamond necklace. That one came out in 1932, so I'm surprised it's coming out in 2024. I'm surprised they're not delaying it until 2032. Anyway, when you think that the name Comète is a reference to that diamond comet necklace, so that's where that's coming from. This perfume here, I know there's going to be a huge jump, a price increase. I believe the price increase has already happened for the exclusive perfumes. And so I don't have the price list here, but it's a big jump. So, I mean, in other news, Ferraris are expensive. And I don't know if this is going to be a perfume for me because as much as I love luxury, when it comes to fragrance, I'm really not into niche perfumes. I'm not. I like Juicy Couture. I like Lancôme La Vie est Belle. Those are very expensive perfumes. Like, excuse me, they are expensive, but I'm not always into the super niche perfumes. Comète is going to be very aldehydic. Aldehydes are a note. If you've ever smelled something that smelled soapy, airy and soapy, that's what aldehydes tend to smell like. And there's going to be lots of powder notes. Iris as well, which I do like iris. I like it as a floral note because I find that it adds lightness to the scent. There's going to be some vanilla as well. You know, when it comes to fragrance, I would never recommend blind buying it unless you're very brave and you don't mind if you lose out on a few $100s. To be perfectly honest, I will try this out. I will give it a good college try. I'll see if I can get a sample, but I will not just blind buy this. Absolutely not. Especially from Chanel. You know, especially from Chanel and their niche perfumes, because what did they come out with a couple of years ago? Le Lion. I cannot wear that one. Le Lion, that one came out a couple of years ago. On me, it smells like a platinum egoist. It smells like leather. I smell like an old man when I wear that. Oof. So I tried a sample. thank the stars I did not blind buy that, because I would have been horribly disappointed. So I'm gonna hold off on Comète, but if you like the niche perfumes, which a lot of people do, if you like Jersey, if you like Beige, like those perfumes, I think you probably would enjoy this. I just don't know if this is for me. I'm gonna say oui to a sample. That's all that I can commit to at this moment in time. Yeah, please sound off in the comments below. I touched on this recently in a video that I did a couple days ago where I talked about the best of the Les Beiges makeup collection. And there's going to be new shades added to the Les Beiges foundation. So the Les Beiges foundation has been around for a few years. This is a reformulation of a previous version. The previous version was more matte. This one here is more luminous and I think more suitable for normal, dry, and dehydrated skin types. If you have very oily skin, it may be for you, but it's going to be more luminous and shiny. So this one here, they've simply decided to expand the shade range and also add more, what do you call it? More nuance, cool, warm. Instead of only having a few select ones, having more cool and warm shades, they've just expanded and added more nuance to the shade range, which I think is fabulous. If you'd like to see a dedicated video on Chanel foundations, I've done that before, but maybe I could go into explaining how to pick the right shade, because I know that there's a lot of confusion on the internet about the codes used. I used to work for Chanel years ago, so I have a lot of background information here. I could go ahead and do a whole breakdown on the shade selection, the shade numbers, and all that jazz. Anyway, very excited to see that. I currently have a foundation that I'm very happy with. I think I have the B40, which serves me well. I think it's B40 or B30. That's my typical shade range. Today for my foundation, I'm wearing the Complexion Touch, and I mixed B30 and B40. I'm at that cusp, not quite summer, but I've been going out more in the sun. The skies have been clear, so I've just been getting a little bit more sun damage. And so yeah, I'm between 30 and 40 right now. If you haven't tried this foundation, I do recommend it. It's beautiful, it's light, it gives you that healthy glow, it's hydrating, it lasts a long time as well. It's also your skin but better. It's not heavy or cake face. It's a beautiful foundation, but since I already own it, I won't be repurchasing it. And then last but not least, we have the new Chanel Les Beiges Healthy Glow Sun-Kissed powders. These I touched on very briefly in my last video as well. Again, the more I see of this, the more I am confused. I really just need to swatch these for myself. So these are 5 oversized face powders. This is a bronzer, highlighter, and blush, 3-in-1. I love the shades. I love the packaging. I love the stripes. I love the hues. This to me screams summer. It screams Les Beiges. One thing that I am very confused by, which is very important, are the shades. Light coral, medium rose gold, deep rose gold, and then deep mauve. Part of me wants one of the rose gold, but I think medium rose gold would be too deep for me, but only the highlighter, because it looks like the bronzers all look quite similar. The bronzer in this photo for medium rose gold looks very close to light coral if you look, but then the highlighter for medium rose gold looks, I think, would be way too deep for me. I think I might have to mix it in with my bronzer. And would that work? Would that look like a luminous bronzer, or would it just look like a mess? So maybe I'll just go with medium coral, because typically if I'm looking for a complexion product, I fall in the light to medium category. So maybe medium coral is for me. I was just hoping for more of a pink blush. So yeah. And honestly, the deep mauve I think looks gorgeous. Really not for me. Absolutely not. I mean, you could technically make everything kind of work for you, but I don't think that would work unless I use the highlighter as like a cheek, like a blush topper. I just love the mauve. I love the pink. I think that these are very pretty, but the more I see, the more confused I am, and I really don't know what to make of it. So again, fingers crossed, maybe by the time you watch this, I've gone downtown to swatch everything just for myself, especially the highlighter part, because I feel like the bronzers don't look too different except for Deep Mauve kind of stands out on its own. But the blushes are kind of what's drawing me more. I may just go with medium coral because I think that one's going to be very flattering on me, but I feel like a light coral, I like that the bronzer looks more cool toned. Not very cool, but like maybe more neutral. I think that's the word. I think that the bronzer in light coral looks more neutral, and the bronzer in medium rose gold also looks more neutral. I don't know, guys. I'm so sorry to add more confusion, but I'm confused, you're confused, we're all confused. This is a oui for me. I will only buy one. I will get as many swatches as I can at the counter and then I'll share them with you, but it's a huge oui for me for one. Which one? I don't know. I don't know which lucky lady I'll be taking home, but only one of them. Anyway, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm sure all of you are very anxiously awaiting for Chanel's latest creations coming down the line here in a matter of hours. Let me know in the comments what you think of all of these releases, all of these products. Let me know what you think of everything, everywhere, all at once. Let me know what you think of which releases are you the most excited about. Like, which is standing out to you? Which are you actually willing to spend your hard-earned money on? I would love to hear that from you. If you're not subscribed yet, please make sure that you do subscribe because I will be reviewing more of these products very shortly. If you're not subscribed, you're going to miss out on a lot of great content. And once I buy these products, I'm going to use and reuse them on my channel. So please make sure you're subscribed. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.